Good afternoon, live from Houston, Texas, the day before Thanksgiving 2022. How are y'all doing? Sorry I had to get started a little bit later than originally scheduled, but I'm here to answer any of your questions. Today's topic is when should I expect my visa after the DS 5535? That's a common question these days. And I know a lot of y'all are frustrated. Let me know how the mic is, at least on Instagram. I just got this new lapel mic. So hopefully it's better audio than the previous days. So 5535, let's talk about, answering that question. When should you expect the visa after the 5535 form? And I'll answer a little bit later on, what is that form in the first place? For those on, hey Marlon, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining on Instagram. If you're new to our channels, welcome. My name is John Ting, host of greencardguys.tv, here to solve your immigration problem and maybe even prevent it from happening in the first place, which I'll get to a story not related to the topic later on in the show. Now, most people, unfortunately, wait many months for the visa, uh, whether they need to just keep waiting or they end up filing a lawsuit. Okay. Unfortunately, it might require that. And that's because they're just not efficient. You would think that the government process, there's something that triggers it, like you submit it, the form, which is a lot of ridiculous questions. So we'll get to that in a second. But then even after you submit, you would think that, okay, it's on a tracking system, and then maybe a week or maybe a month pass by and you get some kind of update. No, that's not true, unfortunately. So let's get to talk about what is the 5535. What can you do? And answer the question, what can you do to get it moving smoothly? Okay, before the interview. Okay, so let's bring it up, at least on YouTube, this application. Now, it's called Supplemental Questions for Visa Applicants. And let me see here. I'm going to make it a little bit larger for y'all on YouTube. And thanks for joining on Instagram and Facebook as well. Share my screen. Okay, this is just a bunch of ridiculousness. We're going to be live for at least, try to be live for at least 15 minutes. So thank you so much for joining. Okay, supplemental questions for visa applicants. These are all questions that for the most part, most of the answers are already part of your prior applications. The petition I-130, also the DS-160 or DS-260, depending what application you filed before. It could have been a fiance visa application, I-129F. But either way, for the most part, okay, so if you're seeing my screen on YouTube, ask for your name, ask for your date of birth. What is different, though, than other applications, forms that you've answered is your siblings. They want to know all your brothers and sisters. They want to know all your kiddos, living or passed away, deceased, including biological children, stepchildren, adopted children. They want to know all prior spouses, including domestic, even if you did not get married, living or deceased, and the last 15 years of where you lived. Okay. So, and oh, by the way, they want to know all your phone numbers, all of them, and all your emails, email addresses, all your social media platforms. Yeah. And all your employers in the last 15 years. You fill out all these questions. Yeah, hit the hearts or hit the heart like button on YouTube if you think this is ridiculous. 15 years and all your family, basically all your did it ask for uncles and aunties? I didn't see that. It was like they might as well ask for the uncles and aunties at this point. My goodness. So it is just very frustrating. So I can imagine, I'm not in your shoes, but if someone is applying outside America and you have the interview, and it's a common thing that they don't ask for this form until after you're done with the interview. So again, another reason to be frustrated in the situation. So what can you do? What I recommend is you fill out this form before you go to the interview and just kindly ask the officer. They might ask you if you have any questions. This is the question to ask. And is, if you're considering that you might need this form DS-5535, can I give it to you now? Is that possible? That will save you a lot of headache. Potentially. I don't know. You let me know. Let me know how it goes. Okay. Drop in the comments if you have an interview coming up the next couple months. All right. And let us know in the TLG club how it goes for you. All right. Um, it's just very frustrating. So for those folks that have already had the interview and you're still waiting after providing this form, DS-5535, I'm sorry, but you probably will have to file a lawsuit, worst case scenario. And if it's been at least 4 months, I probably wouldn't wait any longer. Okay. But it depends on your budget. Okay. Of course. But lawsuits do help to get it moving to the next step. Unfortunately, it might have to take that step. So let me drop it unshared on YouTube. But yeah, they might as well ask for your aunties and uncles. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. We do offer free 15-minute preliminary discussion consultation with our attorneys. Now, I do ask you, I explain how to schedule on the website, greencardguys.com. It allows you to self-schedule free 15 minutes. But I might have to remove the ability to schedule the free 15 minutes on your own. I try and make it as easy as possible for you, but there's unfortunately two things we might change because there's been something going on. It's a little bug that's been going on, and that is some people don't show up. And, at the end of the day, I don't mind, maybe something happened in your life, but kindly let us know so that we can call someone else who's been waiting. Maybe they have this because of Thanksgiving. They have to get scheduled for next week. And so it causes this ripple effect. And some people need to have, speak with lawyers sooner than later. So please, if you schedule an appointment with us, of course, number one, you're welcome to. We look forward to assisting you. But if you think something's going to pop up in your schedule or there could be a conflict, just send us a message, a text message, or in the email notification or a Google account, like your calendar invitation. There is a button on there where you can click on reschedule. And that way we don't have to do what I don't want to do, and that is start charging for consultations. Okay, because most of y'all, I know you already have a current lawyer or you had one in the past. And you just might have that one little question. Of course, your one little question is not really a short answer from lawyers. We tend to have longer answers for full disclosure, of course. But anyways, hope y'all, what plans do you have for Thanksgiving? Are y'all headed, you traveling or anything like that? Let me know in the comments. What else can I share with you? Oh, so I do want to share one story at least that helped to hopefully prevent you from going through this situation. And we really feel bad in this situation. We were not involved in the representation, but we did get a call recently where someone said that they were in America, okay, entered without a visa. So we call it entry without inspection. And then they've been living without status in America. So by that point, most people in the scenario have lived in America for more than 1 year, okay, without status. And when that happens, and when you do leave the US for any reason, even if it's to dip your toes outside America, okay, you're triggering the 10-year bar, 10-year restriction. So that means you can't get legal status hypothetically for 10 years. You can apply for a waiver, but it still can make it complicated, okay, legally. It's still possible, but complicated and a longer journey to get your residency status, your green card, your GC. So what made it worse is that there's going to be a couple things you're like, what the heck? I can't believe it. I don't think he had a lawyer. I think he had some help from a consultant. I think it was you and a family member. So I know your family want to help, but do yourself a favor, hire your own lawyer, okay? Who actually does, works on immigration cases on a day-to-day basis. Just because a family member says, oh, no problem. I'm a lawyer. I'll help you out. But wait, appreciate that. But do you practice immigration law? Yeah. People have good intentions, but that was a bad decision. Okay. Because it's not just filling out paperwork, as some of you might realize now these days, if you have a similar scenario. And so He got denied at the interview. First of all, I said all that, but really, first of all, he was not legally married. He was common law married. Texas, I don't know where he lived most of the time in the US, but Texas does recognize common law marriage. But you want, hot tip right here, you need to get a declaration of informal marriage. Get something on paper, please, to say you're legally married. And then after you do that, well, so he was denied for that one reason at least. And then, of course, overstay. Actually, no, not overstay because he didn't have any status before. And then this person decided to re-enter America without a visa, without inspection. So that's a permanent bar. Hate to be the bad news bears, but I just, I don't want to offer a contract to someone in this kind of situation unless they really know. Because in this situation, disclaimer, you need to speak with a lawyer. If you have a similar situation or really any scenario, speak with a lawyer. I'm on social media. I have to say this by state bar rules. This is for information purposes only. This is not legal advice for your own situation. So speak with a lawyer one-on-one. So here's the deal. He re-entered America without a visa, so that triggers the permanent bar. It's still, you can still get status. You can still get residency status, a green card. But hey, what's going on, folks on Instagram? I'm waving at y'all. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop in the comment section here on YouTube, Facebook. And yeah, this person triggered the permanent bar. But to get that status, number one, you have to refile a petition. That's the easier part. But the harder part for this person is that they have to be outside America for 10 years. Okay, so if you heard about something recently that that there's a USCIS memo saying that you can stay here for 10 years instead of outside, that's why you need to speak with a lawyer, because it's a different factual scenario. Okay, these are things that my team and I speak about pretty much every day to verify before we confirm legal advice, because just so many things change in the law on a day-to-day basis, at least for immigration purposes. And yeah, you just don't want to be in that gentleman's situation. So, but yeah, it's a long journey. So we really try to be as clear as possible on expectations on the case processing step by step, because I know it can be very frustrating. So on that note, if you have, if you are considering to hire a lawyer, more power to you to find one that you're comfortable with, because I know it is difficult to, I guess you can say, do your research, investigate, because there's only so much online. And oftentimes you don't hear bad things until it happens, right? So, um, do as much research as you can, Google reviews. Um, Even if you got a friend that referred you someone, that's great. I tell people who are referred to us from my friends and family, coworkers, we're happy to assist you, but please do your research about us online. Okay, we have plenty of reviews online to ecstatic. People are happy about our customer service. It is not easy. I train my team every day. They're probably tired of me talking to them about this stuff, customer service, hashtag customer service every single day. But I believe it's very important, especially in the legal industry. So if you appreciate that, I do hope that you have the opportunity to, if you have a legal question, immigration question, to give us a call or schedule an appointment on our website. But you got to show up, please. Really, those are limited spots for the free 15 minutes. So, by the way, if you want to unlock those free 15 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and um, share the secret code in a couple minutes. And I want to see here. By the way, if you are abroad outside the US and you're wondering how to reach us by WhatsApp, our WhatsApp number is 346-330-5888. It's scrolling on YouTube on the bottom. And I'm going to answer this question. Can you travel on an info pass? I think what you mean is that info pass is associated with typically when you're renewing your residency status, your resident card, I-90 form, and those are taking a long time. or this can be in a scenario you file the I-751 application to remove your conditions. Also, an application that takes a very long time. In my opinion, it should be almost like rubber stamp, but they treat it almost like worse than the first time you filed for the petition and adjustment of status. So if that's it, 876, if you're referring to those two applications, then yeah, to if your auto extension, I believe 24 months now on the 751 expired, then you can, I would chat with Emma. Okay. I believe it's a real person on the live website on USCIS. But try that and to ask for InfoPass to get your 551 stamp on your passport to show that you are a resident. And that's, most, so for people that don't know about this, this is proof that you're still a resident, even though your actual card expired. All right. So it's different than like a driver license. When your driver license expires, you cannot drive. You can't. So it's different than this situation because you have your, just because your resident card expired, that doesn't mean that you're not a resident, but it's for travel purposes. Okay. Um, okay, great. Just got my dog barking. Let's see here. So another delivery, back-to-back days. Delivery person rang the doorbell. Okay, and that's it. You said you already got your stamp. Okay, great, because that's usually the difficult part. Um, let's see here. Yeah, you're just waiting for your green card because they made an error with your name. Oh, I'm sorry. That is annoying. And because, yeah, these applications take a long time. And yeah, I don't know if it's worth filing a lawsuit for these kind of applications because you already have status. So that's a good thing. But that's it. If you're slightly considering to become a U.S. citizen, this is a good opportunity to file for N400 because okay. All right. Sorry about that. Call just came in, so I have to leave soon, but I don't know what just happened. Hopefully I'm still on. Okay, there we go. So let's see. Okay, so I have to jump off now. That's it. Yeah, you gotta get going. Um, I have to jump off now, but you want to apply to become a citizen because you can get that application moving. Okay, sooner than later, either 751 or I-90. Okay, thank you so much. And until next time, folks, stay safe.